Now on 4 News Now, 6 people dead in 2 separate shootings.
We have team coverage tonight with the latest on both of these shootings.
Summer is 2 days away, but we have more cool, showery weather on the way. I'll let you know when you can expect a warm up in your first alert forecast. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
I was sick to my stomach and devastated.
6 people dead in 2 shootings in the inland Northwest, less than 24 hours apart. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. The first shooting happened at the Gorge Amphitheater Campground in Grant County during the Beyond Wonderland Music Festival. The other was at an apartment complex in Kellogg, Idaho. We have team coverage tonight on both of these shootings. We start with Natalie Grant, who is in Kellogg with the latest.
I'm here in downtown Kellogg, just outside of the house where this tragedy took place on Sunday night. As you can see, police are still here, and the road surrounding the house is still taped off, while this small northern Idaho community is dealing with the shock. On Sunday night, police lights flooded the intersection of Utah Street and West Brown Avenue in Kellogg, Idaho. Police confirmed 4 people were found dead, and a 31-year-old suspect had been taken into custody. When the sun came up on Monday morning, it revealed a much calmer scene, but police were still there while detectives pulled dozens of brown evidence bags out of the home and cars.
I was sick to my stomach and devastated.
Idaho State Police have not yet released the names of the 4 victims, but Marissa Anderson says she worked with one of them at a nearby nursing home and was devastated by the news.
One of my co-workers' girlfriends called and said that there was a shooting, some people got shot, and that they had the whole road blocked off, and that's all I knew. And then I found out more when I got home from my neighbor. I just almost dropped to my knees.
In small towns like Kellogg, news travels fast, especially in tragic situations like this. Officials have not yet commented on a possible motive, but they have revealed that the suspect in custody was the neighbor. And according to the Idaho State Police, he will be identified after his initial court appearance. Reporting in Kellogg, Idaho, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
Natalie, thank you. Now to that other deadly shooting just outside the Gorge Amphitheater. A gunman opened fire in a campground during a music festival Saturday night, killing 2 people and injuring 2 others. And tonight, key information still remains limited. Our Jordan Smith continues our team coverage of this shooting with what we know so far. Jordan.
Well, Kirsten, we're 48 hours removed from that shooting Saturday night. We still don't have a motive, the victims' names, or the identity of the suspect. We did learn early this afternoon that one victim was transferred to Harborview Medical Center in satisfactory care, meaning he was not in serious or critical condition. Still no word on the other people who were hurt in that gunfire, and there's still many unanswered questions.
On Saturday, a gunman opened fire, killing 2 people and injuring another 2 at the campgrounds next to the Gorge Amphitheater as the Beyond Wonderland Music Festival played on. Authorities say the suspect left the shooting scene and began firing randomly into the crowd before he was taken into custody by police.
In America, you see this stuff happen and you never think, oh, it could happen. This is going to be an event that I will be at.
Elijah Panera was one of the thousands who gathered at the Gorge Amphitheater for a weekend of fun, dancing, and music. His group completely unaware that anything was out of the ordinary until they checked their phones.
I opened my phone and a bunch of texts were pouring in, people telling us that there's an active shooter, checking in if we were okay.
As text flooded in, many people were confused, asking for clarity from security.
In the moment, people were kind of spooked, so they were asking the security guards at the barricade what was happening, but I don't think anybody was really taking it seriously, because if it was super serious, then they probably would have stopped the show, they would have made announcements or something.
But the festival played on. Event organizers urging concert goers to avoid the Gate H campgrounds, which was closed because of a, quote, incident, tweeting that there was no ongoing threat to the public. Sunday morning, the Wonderland Festival announced that day's performances were canceled. 2 days since the shooting, and still many unanswered questions. The families of victims have been notified, but still tonight, authorities won't release their name or the identity of the suspect.
And the shooter was injured while being taken into custody. The Grant County Public Information Officer Kyle Foreman said in a state agency that investigates officer-involved shootings would release more information, but details still remain murky. We reached out to them multiple times throughout the day for any sort of updates or anything related to this investigation. Still we have not heard back. We'll keep trying. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Jordan, thank you. Many questions still remain surrounding both of these shootings. Be sure to download the 4 News Now app and turn on push notifications to get updates on both of these shootings sent straight to your phone.
Those were just 2 of multiple mass shootings that took place across the country over the weekend. In Illinois, 1 person was killed and at least 22 others were hurt during a Juneteenth celebration.
I heard the shoot come before we had us, so we dropped down.
It's kind of becoming something where it's like inescapable.
Yesterday alone, there were 7 mass shootings in the U.S. That's according to the Gun Violence Archive. In St. Louis, Missouri, a 17-year-old was killed, 9 other teens hurt when a gunman opened fire at a party inside an office building. The Gun Violence Archive defines a mass shooting as at least 4 people shot, not including the shooter.
We are just 2 days away from summer. First day of summer.
That's right.
Depending on which calendar you go by.
I know, we all talk about the meteorological. We don't say it.
Let Chris handle
We
that
let the
part.
meteorologists say it for that reason. But we talk about the difference between the calendars often.
Yes, that is correct. Meteorological or climatological summer starts on June 1st, June, July, August. That's where what we consider summer. Astronomical summer, however, starts on the summer solstice, which is Wednesday morning. Now, let's take a look at a very unsummer-like scene over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. It is chilly, it is breezy, and we do have a few showers around the region. Here's a look at our Doppler radar. We're zoomed in here around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. Some showers up around Newport. Wouldn't rule out an isolated rumble of thunder yet this evening. Also, some wet weather around Sandpoint and in the mountains to the northeast of the Rathdrum area heading toward Bayview. Here's a broader view on our satellite and radar. These showers and isolated thunderstorms that have already petered out. I haven't had any cloud to ground lightning strikes in the last half hour. These showers will taper off later this evening, but not end completely. Still the possibility of a sprinkle or 2 overnight. Meanwhile, it is chilly. 55 in Colville, 52 right now in Sandpoint. It's 61 in Spokane and 56 in Pullman. With the breeze, it feels even cooler. Winds have died down from earlier this afternoon and this evening, but still 24-mile-per-hour gusts in Coeur d'Alene, 14-mile-per-hour sustained winds in Spokane. Your evening planner will keep the breezy conditions going through the night. We'll already be in the 40s by 11 o'clock, heading down to an overnight low in the lower to mid 40s. Some locations may even drop into the 30s. I'll be back with some warmer weather in the 7-day forecast, but first it gets even cooler. Aaron?
Chris, thank you. Well, the boat launch and swim beach at Camille Park in Post Falls opens tomorrow. Avista says it expects operations to run through Labor Day. It also says water levels and conditions around the Post Falls Dam, they can change at any time, so remember to be safe when using the river in that area.
Still ahead, the search for a missing submarine. How many hours of air this vessel can carry coming up.
And travel experts are warning severe weather will cause massive travel issues this summer. What you can do if your vacation plans are derailed. Coming up next.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Saving you green.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck?
Call Russell and Hill, attorneys at law.
Where real people
with real injuries
get real results.
Injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck?
Get real results.
Get Russell and Hill.
Have you been looking for the perfect pre-owned vehicle and wondered, where have all the used cars gone?
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for a Toyota, Subaru, Ford, or maybe that perfect Honda.
Every pre-owned vehicle is quality inspected and ready for you to take home today.
We work with local lenders to get you the rate you deserve.
Inventory changes daily, so come see us at Coeur d'Alene Honda or visit us on our website at cdahonda.com.
I'm Mark Peterson with information from AARP and BECU. What images come to mind when you hear the phrase long-term care? It comes in many forms, whether it's assisted living, home health care, chores, or just providing transportation for appointments. Washington State ranks second in the nation when it comes to choices and options for long-term care, allowing older adults to live independently in their own homes where they want to be. AARP and BECU are here to help you plan for your future care needs. For tips, tools, and resources, visit this website.
The award-winning Spokane Valley Summer Theater presents its 2023 sizzling summer season, the original high school musical Grease, June 16 through July 2nd. The regional premiere of Steve Martin's musical Bright Star, an American folktale inspired by a true story, July 14 through 23rd. And the regional premiere of Jimmy Buffett's Escape to Margaritaville, August 4 through 20th. Single and season tickets available now at sbsummertheater.com or call 509-368-7897.
I'm here to find my husband.
You got me in love.
The beehive just exploded.
I'm not here for the foolishness.
Come to the airport.
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models or get $1,250 cash allowance. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
New at 6 o'clock, airlines are bouncing back today after severe storms caused some chaos on flights during the busy Father's Day and Juneteenth weekend.
One travel expert cautions that more significant disruptions could be looming as millions of Americans prepare to hit the skies this summer. CNN's Patrick Cornell has some tips if your flight is delayed or if it's canceled.
Airlines are recovering this week after weekend storms caused extensive delays and cancellations across the country, and travel experts say more disruptions are on the horizon as summer travel ramps up.
Airlines have not been holding themselves in glory over the past few years.
With this increased demand this summer, air travel disruptions are likely to become more frequent. So what can you do when dealing with delays and cancellations?
When you get that schedule change notification, don't view it as a negative. View it as an opportunity to get switched to a better flight without having to pay anything out of pocket.
Travel expert Scott Keyes recommends requesting compensation. In certain circumstances, if your flight is canceled or delayed for a significant amount of time, you may be entitled to compensation. Check your airline's policies. 2, you can request a rebooking. If your flight is canceled, some airlines can rebook your flight at no additional charge or give you a refund for the unused portion of your ticket.
They would prefer you didn't take that refund, and so instead what they typically are willing to do is to switch you to any other flight.
3, you have the right to information. Airlines should provide you with timely updates and alternative options. And 4, consider requesting a reimbursement. If your flight is significantly affected, airlines can sometimes reimburse you for meals, transportation, and hotel accommodation. For Consumer Watch, I'm Patrick Cornell.
Well, travel experts also recommend you document and communicate. So if you're experiencing a flight disruption, make sure to keep all relevant documents. That means your boarding pass, your tickets, and receipts for any extra expenses.
Here are 4 things to know about your weather. Below average temperatures tonight and Tuesday. It's going to be a showery day also with the possibility of some isolated thunderstorms. There is warmer weather on the way. I'll tell you all about it after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by River Ridge and Peters Hardware.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Ever thought about retiring early while you're still young and you don't know how to pull it off? This week, GMA with 3 people like you who retired early, living their best lives. Can their strategies work for you? It's the Race to Retire, starting tomorrow on Good Morning America.
It's the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan Service and Parts Center. We're ready to keep your car in the best condition possible so you can drive with confidence. From express service to more advanced diagnostics and repairs, our certified technicians deliver expert service and advice. We also have an inventory of factory Nissan parts. You can personalize your vehicle with accessories tailored to your Nissan. Parts and service at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan right off Highway 95.
Adventure, culture, and fine wine await you in the Lewis-Clark Valley, less than 2 hours south of Spokane. Tour some of the world's most spectacular wilderness, beauty, and wildlife in Hell's Canyon. Experience the region's rich and diverse culture and history. Savor award-winning Lewis-Clark Valley wines and delicious culinary creations from a variety of local wineries and fine dining establishments. Go to visitlewisclarkvalley.com and plan your destination getaway today.
Hi, I'm Gabby Lemieux, inviting you to join me for the Epson Tour, Road to the LPGA at the beautiful Circling Raven Golf Club. The tour's mission is to prepare the world's best female professional golfers for a successful career in the LPGA.
Circling Raven Golf Club has once again been chosen to host this women's professional golf tournament August 21st through the 27th. More than 150 pros from over 30 countries will compete for shares of the $200,000 purse.
The Epson Tour, Road to the LPGA, brought to you by Circling Raven Golf Club and 4 News Now. I'll see you right here.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry. Load up, wolves. Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Take a look at this video of what seems like an endless lightning storm over Pensacola, Florida. The person who shot the video called it one of the most incredible things he'd ever seen. It just keeps going.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that in Florida. That's why when we had some lightning here that day and you were taking videos, like, oh, come on.
I'm like, no, this is good, Kirsten. It's good.
No, it wasn't.
Now I understand. You're
I'm
like,
just
what?
kidding. Yours was great, but those electrifying moments that were captured were nothing compared to this video captured in the middle of the storm. Same storm, an unbelievable water rescue in Pensacola. Responding deputy arrived to help trap people who were trapped in their cars during the rising floodwaters there. Both the deputy and another man were suddenly sucked underwater. That's why it's all black. You can't see anything. The pair were swept through a drainage pipe, traveling for roughly 30 seconds underneath a 4-lane highway before reemerging unhurt, thank goodness, 100 feet on the other side.
Wow.
Oh, my word.
And the deputy got right back to work.
Nightmare realized.
Yeah, scary.
Boy, floodwater so unpredictable and surprisingly dangerous. Here's a look at live conditions right now. We've got some very dark clouds over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Nothing coming out of those clouds here in downtown. Meanwhile, overcast conditions in Coeur d'Alene. Temperatures are in the lower 60s. It is a sweatshirt kind of night if you're heading out to walk the dog or have dinner inside maybe tonight, especially with that breeze. And look where we're going to be bottoming out tomorrow morning. 41 in Deer Park and Spangle, 40 in Spirit Lake. We'll be in the mid-40s through the I-90 corridor. That's going to be a crisp start to the day. Around the region, we find temperatures starting off in the 30s in Moscow and Pullman. 40s will be common throughout the entire region. We'll have a chance of showers overnight tonight, although as we get into the late evening, our odds go down quite a bit. 44 in Spokane and wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour through the evening. Our high temperatures tomorrow, 60 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Our average high is in the mid 70s, so we are well off the mark. You have to go down to Lewiston to even find some 70s, 71 tomorrow in the Tri-Cities. We do have the chance of some showers and isolated thunderstorms. Mainly, we'll see those thunderstorms over the higher terrain, and it is going to be a breezy day, making that 60-degree reading feel even cooler. Here's what's going on. Upper level trough over the northwest. That's what's keeping things cool and unsettled tonight and through the day tomorrow as well. We will start to see things moderate a little bit as we get into Wednesday. Here's our forecast radar starting off at our current time. And we have at least a chance of some light rain through the evening. Here's 10 o'clock tonight with some showers in Spokane, Kootenai County, down on the Palouse. More rain possible through tomorrow morning. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with some heavier precipitation in North Idaho, keeping that chance of showers and possible thunderstorms going right on through tomorrow evening. It's not a very good chance in Spokane. It's only about 20% chance at 7, 9 o'clock, up to 30% chance in the afternoon, and then dipping back down to 20% tomorrow evening. But certainly worth keeping the top up on the convertible if you're heading inside and keeping an eye to the sky. We warm up on Wednesday, 68 degrees, partly cloudy in Spokane, but still the possibility of some mountain showers and thunderstorms. We're taking a closer look at that right now and may add a slight chance of showers down into the valleys as well. 77 on Thursday, then we're back up in the 80s heading into Hoop Fest weekend. Not too hot, not too cool, and mostly dry. Still the possibility of some mountain showers through the weekend. Next week, we are back up close to 90 degrees. Meanwhile, overnight lows will be back in the 50s by Thursday night. I'm looking out 8 to 14 days in the forecast in the next half hour. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. Well, today the Biden administration announced hundreds of millions of dollars in federal funding for climate resilience projects. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA, is launching a $575 million project to help coastal and Great Lakes communities become more resilient to extreme weather, protecting them from storm surge, flooding, and rising sea levels. The move comes at a critical time for homeowners in those areas where extreme weather is one factor driving up insurance rates. Two major insurance companies recently stopped accepting new applications altogether in the state of California.
Unfortunately, the law is the insurance companies have the right, as long as they give you 75 days notice, when your policy comes up for renewal, they can tell you, we're not going to issue you a new policy.
The government's unemployment report for May showed a higher than expected number of new jobs were created.
Despite that fact, some experts are worried about the overall economy. ABC's Melissa Don has some tips for potential job seekers, as some experts are concerned about a possible recession.
Workers who have been thinking about the next step in their careers are likely watching the news about the economy recently and may be worried that the recession some economists say might be coming could make it a bad time to ask for a raise or to change jobs.
I would say that workers do not have to let fears of a recession or unemployment deter them from advocating for themselves or seeking out new opportunities, especially right now when the economy has remained resilient.
Sarah Foster of Bankrate says that workers who are focusing on making themselves invaluable inside their company and their industry are the ones who are more likely to find new opportunities.
It's important to really think about broadening your skills, making sure you're staying up to date on your certifications, and finding things that can help you stand out among other employees that maybe will make you indispensable.
Another big factor in helping you take the next step in your career is building and maintaining your professional network.
When you have a network to fall back on, you might be able to, number one, find out about opportunities that haven't been publicly posted just yet. And then when you do apply for those opportunities, you might be able to have a connection that you can fall back on.
Whether you're looking for a new opportunity at your current place of work or aiming for a job somewhere new, experts say it's important to know what's going on at those companies.
So for instance, if you're someone who's approaching your manager asking for higher pay, you might not really have that much leverage if the company itself has already gone through layoffs. And in addition, if you're thinking about taking a new opportunity at a different company, it might not really be a wise time if that company has already laid people off.
The bottom line is that you can put yourself in a better position to grow your career, even if the economy remains uncertain. Melissa Don, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Letters filled with cryptic messages and white powder were mailed to dozens of lawmakers. We have the latest on the investigation into these mysterious envelopes. That's next on 4 News Now at 6.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
It's a good day for a drive. Great day for a deal.
Right now, Cooper Tire is offering up to $75 off 4 qualifying Cooper tires. Plus, Perfection Tire will match that rebate for up to $150 off.
Nobody beats perfection. It's Summer Madness at Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, and they are loaded up with some of the best used vehicles they've had in years, plus offering top dollar for your trade-in and delaying payments for 90 days. It's the perfect time to upgrade this week at Dishman.
She was looking so fly, five thinking that style. Everybody.
Where's the butler?
It's John Butler. Hate being judged by your name? So do we. At Consign Furniture and Jewelry, we're not what you think. Our inventory is the best in the Northwest. Like this, and this, and this. Check out the most unique shopping experience in the universe.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just one day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
One of the Inland Northwest most extraordinary four-wheel beasts, the Honda SUV thrives in a diverse habitat. Equally comfortable in rugged terrain or roaming city streets at night, it can travel hundreds of miles on a small amount of fuel. Fiercely protective of its young, the Honda SUV is known by its distinctive markings, CRV, Pilot, and Passport, and can live happily for decades in any garage or driveway. Catch one now at your Inland Northwest Honda dealer. Honda can handle it.
At Mainstream, our mission is to keep your family comfortable all year long. Whether that's a simple repair or a new furnace or AC system, we'll be there, ready to serve you when you need us most.
Electrical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Choose smart. Call the company with heart. Mainstream.
It's a good day for a drive. Great day for a deal.
Right now, Cooper Tire is offering up to $75 off 4 qualifying Cooper tires. Plus, Perfection Tire will match that rebate for up to $150 off.
Nobody beats perfection.
4 News Now is brought to you by Northwest Granite.
Around the nation tonight, the FBI and the Kansas Bureau of Investigation are looking into a string of letters containing a white powdery substance sent to Kansas lawmakers and state officials.
Yeah, authorities say more than 100 letters were received. Some lawmakers who opened the letters say they read cryptic messages. ABC's Melissa Adon has new details into this investigation.
A federal and state investigation is underway after authorities say more than 100 letters containing a suspicious white powdery substance were received by Kansas lawmakers and state officials, including the Speaker of the House and the Attorney General.
It was just in your typical letter envelope, and at the very bottom of it, you could feel that it was very thick.
State Representative Tori Marie Blue says she immediately called law enforcement after opening the letter. Hazmat teams responding to her home. ABC affiliate KMBC obtained a typed note from inside one of those envelopes. The anonymous sender writing, quote, "Important not to choke on your ambition." Signed, quote, "Your secret despirer." Kansas Senator Molly Baumgarten says she also received a letter.
The message is somewhat unclear, but it was intended to be threatening.
State Representative Steve Owens says when he opened his letter, he spotted the white powder, noting how the envelope had a fake return address for a local church. A ploy he says he believes was designed to make lawmakers think it was from a constituent.
They were definitely very methodical and very thoughtful. This was very intentionally meant to get lawmakers to open this letter.
The motive still remains unclear, but lawmakers tell ABC News the vast majority of letters appear to be sent to Kansas Republicans. On Monday, Republican leaders sharing how it's been a stressful few days, and they urge lawmakers to be vigilant while opening their mail. The Kansas Bureau of Investigation says so far preliminary lab tests have come out negative for common biological agents of concern, but more testing is underway. Investigators also say no injuries have been reported. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Still ahead, the search for 5 people lost at sea in a submarine. The latest on the search next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
Kickstart your summer in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. And discover a better way to drive in America's favorite RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma and Tundra trucks. And if you're looking for a great deal on a certified used vehicle, Findlay has a large selection to choose from. Plus, every used vehicle sold comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty, making it the perfect time to visit Findlay Downtown Toyota today, so you can start your driving adventures tomorrow.
In 1980, Walker's Furniture opened their first store. So this week, they're celebrating their 43rd anniversary with store-wide markdowns of 19 to 80% off. Where every dining room set, every bedroom set, every sofa, love seat, and sectional is 19 to 80% off. Or take advantage of no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest financing for 5 years. So you can get that new purple or Beauty Rest mattress set today and pay for it later during the anniversary sale at Walker's.
Hi, Kelly here at Colville Toyota with the pups, cruising in this new Toyota Highlander.
We've met many new neighbors and come to love this beautiful region.
Our hometown-friendly restaurants, scenic rivers, Colville, Kettle, and Columbia.
Confederated County Museum, the golf course, hiking around Colville Mountain, a leisurely picnic at one of our parks,
or just a beautiful scenic drive.
Our region has plenty to offer, and so does Colville Toyota.
Your small-town dealership with a big heart.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
Pickleball. It's the hottest sport out there. But did you know this gentle sport could cause serious injuries? Next in Sun Edition, what you need to know before you play pickleball.
Common injuries are the ankle, calf, elbow, shoulder.
Then, everyone's buying secondhand furniture. But how do you make sure you're not bringing bugs into your home?
I sprayed it with a bacterial killer.
Next in Sun Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
We are continuing to follow breaking news tonight. 6 people are dead in 2 separate shootings in the inland Northwest.
Within the last few hours, Idaho State Police confirmed the man accused of killing 4 people in Kellogg was the victim's neighbor and is being held on probable cause for murder. However, they have not released the suspect's name or the names of the victims. One woman says she worked with one of the victims at a nearby nursing home.
I heard who it was. I felt sick to my stomach, like I started crying. I was like, I had a hard time sleeping last night. I mean, it just like is getting to me. And
We have been told by neighbors in the area this could have been the result of an ongoing neighbor dispute. We have confirmed that information with officials.
And the other shooting was at the Gorge Amphitheater Campground in Grant County during the Beyond Wonderland Music Festival. That was Saturday night. 2 people were killed, 3 others were hurt, including the shooter. The Grant County Sheriff's Office did not go into specific detail about the shooting, saying an outside stage will be where they will release more information. This normally happens when law enforcement officers are involved in a shootout. The families of the victims have all been notified. Still, though, their names have not yet been released. And one festival goer says he found out about the shooting when he got a message from his friends.
Opened my phone and a bunch of texts were pouring in, people telling us that there was an active shooter, checking in if we were okay.
Investigators still have not released the name of the suspect or a possible motive.
Here's a live look over downtown Spokane where the clouds are dark and there's a chilly wind blowing through the park right now. And we do have some showers on the radar. Here we are zoomed in around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. A little bit of light rain up around Bayview. We also have some showers further to the south and west of the Spokane area. Then right around Spokane, we find some showers moving into the Spokane Valley and more more out on the West Plains. So you may still have a shower or two at your house yet this evening. We'll take a broader view on our satellite and radar. Haven't had any rumbles of thunder here in the last half hour, but wouldn't rule that out yet this evening. And we'll keep at least a slight chance of showers going right on through the overnight. Meanwhile, temperatures only in the 50s in Colville, Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry, and St. Mary's. It's 56 currently in Moscow and Pullman, and 61 in Spokane. Your Tuesday planner, it's going to be even cooler with the chance of showers throughout the day. However, the best chance of showers and isolated thunderstorms will be in the afternoon. That 60-degree temperature, almost 15 degrees below average. There is a warm-up coming in the 7-day forecast. Summer starts Wednesday. I'll let you know what to expect in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Today is Juneteenth, honoring the end of slavery.
Celebrations for the new federal holiday began earlier this weekend. The Spokane Community Against Racism's main event is tonight. Our Allison Martinez has the details.
The Spokane Community Against Racism, or SCAR, is holding their big Juneteenth celebration right now at Underhill Park in East Spokane. The event has food, games, and music is intended as a space for members of the community to celebrate an important time in history. Juneteenth marks the date when enslaved African Americans in Texas were told that they were freed. The holiday has been celebrated since the 1800s, but was named a federal holiday in 2021.
Showing support. It's a good event for Juneteenth. Just kind of uniting the community against racism and just providing a space for everyone.
Cain is just one of many members of the community who came out to celebrate SCAR's event. If this is the first time you're hearing about the event, there's still some time to catch it. The event will continue tonight at Underhill Park. For more information, you can visit our website at kxly.com.
Allison, thank you. There's a gap in health and access to health care. In the U.S., black infants die before their first birthday at higher rates than white infants. Black women die during or soon after pregnancy more often than white women. And the life expectancy for those who are black is significantly less. Dina Chisholm researches health equity at Nationwide Children's Hospital. She says that while some progress has been made over generations, the U.S. still has a long way to go.
When we leave folks behind, we create a situation where not everyone has an equal opportunity for success in school, and not everyone has an equal opportunity for success in jobs.
Chisholm says there are significant statistical gaps in health outcomes and healthcare access for the black community, those who live in rural areas, and for people who have a low income. To change this, she says we first have to recognize the disparities, and after awareness comes action.
Identify where the ways we're doing things impact populations differently in a way that generates differential outcomes, and then figure out how to fix it.
Chisholm says everyone can play a role in making impactful changes to health for all. Rescue crews are searching the Atlantic Ocean for a small submarine that takes tourists to see the wreckage of the Titanic.
Yeah, the tour operator Ocean Gate Expedition said it is exploring and mobilizing all options to bring the crew back safely. ABC's Melissa Adon has more.
A dire search and rescue operation to locate a small submarine that went missing during a tourist expedition to the Titanic.
We're working very closely at this point to make sure that we're doing everything that we can do to locate the submersible and rescue those on board.
The U.S. Coast Guard sharing on Monday that a submersible disappeared during an expedition from St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada, about 900 miles east of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, set to explore the infamous 1912 Titanic wreck in the North Atlantic Ocean. The submersible was deployed from a ship, the Polar Prince, but after an hour and 45 minutes, the Coast Guard said it lost contact with the vessel. The Coast Guard says they have a surface and aerial search ongoing as they work with the Canadian authorities to find this missing vessel.
It is a remote area. And it is a challenge to conduct a search in that remote area.
According to the U.S.-based company Ocean Gate Expeditions, the submersible is a Titan that holds 5 crew members, including the pilot. It can travel to a depth of 13,000 feet and has enough oxygen for 96 hours for the crew. OceanGate's website advertises a 7-night voyage to the Titanic for $250,000 per person.
The longer this goes on, of course, the more at risk the people inside that submersible are.
The company OceanGate Expedition says our entire focus is on the crew members in the submersible and their families. We are working toward the safe return. Melissa Don, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A federal judge has ordered former President Donald Trump to keep quiet about evidence given to the defense in the classified documents case. Mr. Trump pleaded not guilty last week to 37 counts. Prosecutors say he mishandled top secret documents after he left office and obstructed the investigation into those documents. The special counsel asked the judge to prevent Mr. Trump from disclosing material presented in the discovery phase of the trial. The defendants did not oppose the special counsel's request. The judge specifically prohibited sharing discovery materials with the public, the media, or online without approval of the court.
The U.S. Army wants its soldiers healthy, fit, and lean. It has come up with a new way to measure the body fat of the men and women who serve. Previously, men were measured around their neck and stomachs, while women were measured around their neck, waist, and hips. Now, all soldiers, regardless of gender, will be measured around the navel to figure out their body fat. That could lead to more soldiers failing their body assessment tests. Data provided to CNN shows 34% of people who passed the previous measurement test would fail the new version. The change is a potential concern, considering that soldiers who fail to meet the weight standards can be separated from the service.
Around the world, in Beijing, a critical face-to-face meeting between China's president and the U.S. Secretary of State. Their meeting confirmed only minutes before the leaders sat down together. This is the first U.S. Secretary of State to visit China in 5 years. Their meeting lasted 35 minutes.
I raised U.S. concerns, shared by a growing number of countries, about the PRC's provocative actions in the Taiwan Strait, as well as in the South and East China Seas.
Secretary Blinken saying China refused to resume military-to-military communications while referencing a close call between a Chinese warship and a U.S. destroyer earlier this month. The two sides did find some common ground, agreeing to explore a joint effort to end the spread of chemicals used to make fentanyl.
We are just 3 days away from the NBA draft, and there are a handful of local players hoping to hear their names called Thursday night. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti has the latest on where they could go.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU Business. Partner up.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Take control of your credit card debt with a P1 FCU personal loan. We're offering no payments for 90 days and a fixed rate of 9.99% APR for a limited time. Consolidating debt can help you save money and simplify your life with the ease of a single payment. Plus, if you open or have an Ascend checking account, you'll be eligible for an extra $200. Visit p1fcu.org/takecontrol and apply today. P1 FCU, your community, your credit union.
This is how legends 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
E.T. Vault Unlocked, Jamie Foxx. Never before seen interviews that span 4 decades.
I will look like Denzel.
Next, E.T.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
This is The Summer of Me. Featuring the summer of bonus episodes of MASH and the summer of all new episodes of Collector's Call.
Watch The Summer of Me over the air on MeTV 4.2.
It is chilly today compared to where we should be. We start the day off at 41 degrees. 51 is our average morning low. We're also 10 degrees below average for our high at 64, and we're going to be even cooler tomorrow. But it's not going to last. Here is our temperature trend over the next 7 days. And we're way down here at 60 degrees tomorrow. This is our average high up here at 74, and it increases fairly quickly through the 7-day forecast. It'll be up at 76 this time next week, but we're going to go above average Thursday and then well above average by Monday of next week. And it looks like at least that's partially the trend. We have above average temperatures in the forecast for June 27th through July 4th, taking us right up to the 4th of July from the Climate Prediction Center. Meanwhile, still a above average chance of above average precipitation, but this has been showing up in our extended forecast for a few weeks now and has yet to really materialize in the inland northwest. We have had several days with some scattered showers and thunderstorms, but the rain gauge out at the airport does not support anything that would be widespread. Tomorrow will be another day where we see those hit and miss showers and cool weather thanks to an upper level trough over the inland northwest, keeping things unsettled. Here's Monday, our current time, and we will see this trough continue to keep things cool and showery for Tuesday. More wet weather tomorrow than what we saw today. In fact, here's a look at our forecast radar. Starting off at our current time, still could see a few isolated showers around the Spokane area through the late evening. Here's 10 o'clock tonight. That will continue overnight as we get into 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Some heavier rain through the northern panhandle and some steady rain in the Okanagan area over into the northeast mountains. Sprinkles, a hit and miss shower in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene tomorrow. The best chance of thunderstorms is going to be over the higher terrain, and even at that, I don't think we're going to see much. Here is your planning forecast for the next 7 days. 60 degrees on Tuesday with a 40% chance of showers. Isolated thunderstorms possible as well. Summer officially starts the morning of Wednesday. 68 degrees for a high with partly cloudy skies and still the possibility of some mountain showers. I'm waiting for some more information, additional computer models. Possibly we'll be adding at least a slight chance of showers on Wednesday in the valleys as well. We're up to 77 on Thursday. Hoop Fest weekend is warm, but not too warm. We'll be in the 80s still. You bring these temperatures from the airport in the shade on a grassy surface in a white ventilated box and take it into downtown Spokane with the asphalt and the buildings and the bodies and the basketball. It's going to be hot, so start hydrating now for a warm basketball weekend. Kirsten.
That's some good perspective. Thank you, Chris. Well, today is opening day for Spokane County pools, and the spots to reserve your pool time are expected to fill up fast. So before you go splashing into summer, you're going to need to plan ahead. Spokane County Parks, Recreation, and Golf recommends making a reservation, which you can do online up to 14 days ahead of time. And if you'd like to sign up for swim lessons, you can call the Parks and Rec office directly.
We've got lots of enjoyable features like that have spray spouts and lemon drops that drop water over you, or giant mushrooms that pour water over you. Just a lot of splashing and noise and just excitement for the summer.
And if you get hungry, make sure you bring some cash with you. Outside food and drinks won't be allowed, but concessions will be available. The pools will be open until August 20th. Experts say there are signs that more Americans are beginning to cut back on the number of hours they work, choosing a better work-life balance.
Now companies are looking to teens to help fill some of those positions. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
New evidence that Americans, notorious for working long hours at the office, even during summer, are finally cutting back.
I'm also going to need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday, too.
Saying no to those extra hours. The average number of hours worked per week dropped to 34.3 last month. That's below the pre-pandemic average. The Wall Street Journal reports in many cases, companies are finally filling open positions, taking the burden off everyone else. But in many other cases, workers are simply choosing a better work-life balance.
Demand is high everywhere.
And that could leave more work for teenagers this summer. Places like This Water, an amusement park in Maine, rely on teen workers all season long.
So we're all kind of battling for a relatively small market.
Demand is especially high for lifeguards this summer due to a shortage that's forced thousands of pools to reduce hours or close altogether. But from camp workers and sports instructors to retail and restaurant jobs, teen hiring overall is up this year, and so is the pay, now averaging nearly $15 an hour, a 9% increase from last summer. Construction offers one of the highest wages for teens at nearly $18 an hour.
Teens are relatively low paid compared to other workers in the labor force. That's going to be an advantage for employers to hire teens.
Summer jobs in western states such as California, Nevada, Washington, and Arizona are seeing some of the highest paychecks thanks to higher minimum wages in those states. One survey found Los Angeles, Tucson, and Las Vegas are among the cities with the best paying summer jobs. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Want to get away? This month, when you purchase a new vehicle from Dishman Dodge Ram Chrysler Jeep, you'll receive free airfare to a destination of your choice, making it the perfect time to get a new vehicle this week at Dishman.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a heat pump with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free heat pump from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com denominated. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Our priorities, they've changed.
Hey, Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead or the constant grind. It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX. With intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
Why not have the bath of your dreams? With Bath Planet, you can once again relax and enjoy the beauty of your new shower and bath. Our custom-built baths and showers will forever change the way your bathroom looks.
Call today for a free in-home consultation.
Take a day off. Skip Mondays and be water-wise this summer.
We are just a few days away from the 2023 NBA draft as 58 players are about to have their lives changed forever. And there's a good chance you'll be hearing multiple names called on Thursday night that are guys that played right here in the Inland Northwest. Now, the first name that will most likely be called is going to be Gonzaga star Julian Strawther. The 6'7" guard has the build necessary to eventually become a starter in the league, and his ability to shoot beyond the arc definitely helps him in today's NBA. He could be a late first rounder, early second second rounder, depending on how things fall. And of course, we can't forget about Drew Timme and all he accomplished during his time at Gonzaga. However, size matters in this league, and quite frankly, it's going to be difficult for him to carve out a role under the basket, as he is only 6'10" on a good day. Compare that to first pick Victor Wembanyama, who's 19 and closer to 7'4". Expect Timme to go sometime in the late second round or even undrafted. And finally, there's guard Malachi Smith, who played a big role off the bench this past season. And while he was solid at the college level, it's an entirely different beast to stand out as a point guard in the NBA. Not to say he can't make it, but he's got plenty of workouts already in with different teams in the lead up to the draft. But you can expect him to go undrafted and sign a free agent deal sometime on Thursday or Friday after the draft. And the Washington State Cougars had yet another underperforming season, but they do have a couple of prospects that's going to be testing out the waters at the next level. That is led by forward Mohamed Gay. He has the build that many scouts are looking for. Long, lengthy, and has room to fill out. Now, he should hear his name called sometime in the second round. And teammate Justin Powell, he made a bit of a surprise decision as he opted to stay in the draft, but the 6'6" junior spent only a season in Pullman and made the most of it, shooting better than 42% from three-point range, and he could eventually become a nice role player if he gets his chance, but I wouldn't expect to hear his name called until the much later stages, if at all. And don't forget, KXLY ABC is your exclusive home for the NBA draft on Thursday night, and we'll have your pre- and post-game show coverage right here on 4 News Now. Now, make sure to tune in all week long as we have all the lead up to the draft. Julian Minnesota and myself will have all kinds of fun segments coming up for you. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. A classic roast beef saddled up with all that. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Been to the Sweet Palace before? Then it's time to come back and look for your favorite. Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg. It's the world's greatest candy store. Come see us.
Let's wave the flag together. Hello, I'm Mark Peterson with 4 News Now, presenting the Great American Flag Swap. Bring your old tattered flag to any BECU Spokane location on Friday, June 23rd. In exchange, you'll receive a new American-made flag from Uncle Sam's Flag and Gift.
BECU is proud to be part of the Great American Flag Swap. We're honored to live in a community that supports veterans and military families who sacrifice for the benefit of us all. Visit us in Spokane and see what banking is like when people come first. BECU, not for profit, equals more for people.
I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Electric.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
It goes like one margarita.
Bluebird in my heart.
Baby, you're playing hard to forget.
The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
It's time to celebrate all grads and dads with the best deals of the year at all Cal locations. In Airway Heights, on 4th Street in Coeur d'Alene, and Spokane on Division Street.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
Cruise down the road in a cool new ride and delay all payments for 60 days. Plus, take advantage of special low financing. And this week, you can enter to win a new Traeger grill at each location, making it the perfect time to go to Cal.
Arby's, 2 for $7 every day. Arby's crispy classic chicken sandwich. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, 6 people dead in 2 shootings in the inland Northwest, less than 24 hours apart, where they happened and who the suspects are.
Plus, rescue crews are racing against time as they desperately search for a missing tourist submarine with 5 people inside, bound for the wreckage of the Titanic.
We have a few isolated showers around the inland northwest in progress right now. Those are tapering off, although we won't dry out completely, and we have a chance of showers again tomorrow. Possibility of some isolated thunderstorms, mainly over the mountains. Summer officially starts Wednesday. It is not going to feel much like summer until possibly Thursday and into Hoop Fest Friday. That's when everybody starts.
It is the big
pouring
weekend.
Into town, yes.
Everyone's checking the weather as they go, as it gets closer, I'm sure.
We better have that 4 News Now First Alert weather app.
I hear that's really handy.
Of course it is.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.